In 1984, a team of scientists was granted rare access to the Great Pyramid of Giza. They drilled into its outer casing stones, and what they discovered stunned the world. The samples from the nearby quarry showed pure limestone, but the pyramid stones were different. Under the microscope, they were lighter, filled with tiny air bubbles, and unlike anything naturally formed on Earth. That meant one thing: these stones weren't carved, they were cast, created through an unknown chemical process thousands of years ago. If that's true, the builders of Egypt didn't just move stone, they made it. A technology lost to time, yet somehow known to the ancients.
What was that liquid they used to pour the stones? How could something so ancient create blocks stronger than anything we have today? Why did the Egyptians build the pyramids in the first place? Why didn't they build any other buildings? Was it for the pharaohs, or for something far beyond our understanding?
All right, let's answer that first question. And before we go any deeper, make sure you're subscribed, because what you're about to hear isn't in the textbooks. What was that liquid they poured? It wasn't magic, it was genius. Chemistry thousands of years ahead of its time. Imagine Egypt, 4,000 years ago. The desert alive with movement, thousands of workers, the sound of wooden tools and voices carried by the wind. They're not dragging stone, they're mixing it. Buckets of milky white slurry shimmer in the sunlight as it's poured into molds the size of coffins. The mixture hardens under the blazing sun, turning into stone right before their eyes. No chisels, no metal, no struggle, just knowledge. Scientists today call it geopolymer, crushed limestone, water from the Nile, and a mineral salt that bonded like superglue. The Egyptians didn't move mountains, they melted them. They made liquid rock, poured it, and built eternity out of it. And when you look at those blocks under a microscope, they tell the truth. Tiny air bubbles, no tool marks, no seams. Each one unique, handmade, sun-baked. They weren't carved by force. They were cast by intelligence. That's why the pyramids still stand. Not because they defied nature, but because they worked with it. Dust, water, sunlight, turned into immortality. Why did the ancient Egyptians build the pyramids? Most people say for the pharaohs. But if that were true, why design something that could survive long after every king was dust? That's the first mystery. Second, why choose the pyramid shape? Out of every design possible, they built the one form that never collapses. It's nature's most stable shape. Every stone carries the weight of the one above it. When the earth shakes, the energy travels down the sides and disappears into the sand. No cracks, no collapse, just balance. The Great Pyramid has faced earthquakes, floods, wars, and 4,000 years of time, and it's still standing. Meanwhile, entire cities built centuries later turned to ruins. So maybe they weren't just building tombs, they were engineering immortality, and it gets deeper. Every pyramid, no matter how small, follows the same impossible pattern. Perfect alignment to true north, angles matching the golden ratio, and sides reflecting the stars of Orion's belt. Coincidence? Or communication? Because when you step inside, it doesn't feel like a tomb. It feels like a machine. No carvings, no treasure, no body. Just chambers designed to move air, sound, and vibration, as if the structure itself were alive. So maybe they didn't build them for death at all. Maybe they built them to outlive life. The pyramid isn't just the shape of power. It's the only shape that can stand forever. Now the last question, how did they shape millions of stones with such impossible precision, without any machines? Every block fits so perfectly, you can't slide a sheet of paper between them. No mortar, no gaps, just seamless perfection, repeated over 2 million times. How? Some say copper tools and ropes, but copper can't cut granite. Others say ramps, but even ramps would have required more material than the pyramid itself. So how did they do it? Imagine this. The workers aren't carving, they're casting. They're using molds, not chisels. Each mixture poured, pressed, and smoothed by hand, like sculptors working with liquid stone. When it hardened, the surface shined like glass. They didn't measure perfection, they poured it. And the proof is still there. No tool marks, no cutting traces. Every edge slightly different, like fingerprints, because every block was hand-formed. Even after 4,000 years, you can't find two stones exactly alike. That's not a mystery. That's craftsmanship on a level we've forgotten. And maybe that's the lesson the pyramids were trying to leave behind. That technology doesn't always mean progress. Sometimes it means understanding the earth so deeply, you can shape it with your hands. So when you look at those perfect blocks, remember, they didn't use machines. They used something far rarer. Knowledge.
Okay, but now I have even more questions. How did they build the very top of the pyramids, without cranes, without steel, without even scaffolding? And the Sphinx, who carved something that massive from a single block of stone? How did they line it up perfectly with the stars? And who decided its face should watch the sunrise for eternity?